Good morning, St. Augustine, and welcome to the show that is on in the morning. I'm Amanda, still in the chair for some reason, haven't been fired yet. We'll see how today goes. We have St. Johns County has approved townhomes projects. The Real ID deadline is today, and SJSO looking for a missing elderly man. And our favorite subject is going to come up today, the Airport Authority. We will get to all that and more, but first, Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine, founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and I lost my spot. Community service. The Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. Their state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays and a quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance. Plus, enjoy the comforts of our customer lounge with Wi-Fi and unique flavors of Ford's Garage restaurant and bar. Try the Jiffy Burger, peanut butter on your burger. No way.
Yeah, so good.
Proud recipients of prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable, efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service. Visit Bozard Ford Lincoln today, just off I-95 and State Road 16. Your satisfaction is their mission because they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors: Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support our wonderful sponsors. Support all of us with your likes, comments. Find us on YouTube. Share us, guys. On YouTube, you can subscribe, do the things. You can help Troy pay the bill by sending stars on Facebook. Download our updated app, thanks to Blake's hard work, available on the Apple App Store. It has a new playlist link for Bollocks this evening, the 904 Vault, and direct links to St. Johns County, City of St. Augustine, and St. Augustine Beach meetings. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's hump day.
Hump day.
We made it.
Yes.
We made it to the middle.
Yeah. Halfway through my shows. Wait,
Yeah?
not yet. No,
No,
after this
no.
one's over.
After this one, yeah.
After this one, I'll
We're
be
almost
happy.
there. You're doing great.
Yeah, do I? Wait, I say that.
I know.
That's my life.
How does it feel to get on the other end of that comments?
It feels great.
How you doing, Blake?
I'm doing well, Amanda. I'm doing well.
Blake's been hard at work all morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
No, and we took care of the sound.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had some people say something about the sound for Blake, so we can hear Blake loud and clear now.
And hear him loud and
So
clear.
thank you, Blake, for working hard on that.
You're welcome.
And there's always something in the studio that,
Yeah.
like a little tweak here or there, that always hits.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cameras, a lot of microphones, a lot of cables, and it takes one cable going wonky or one connection getting loose.
Yeah, all it is
For-
one little
Yeah.
doop doop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of parts.
Yeah.
A lot of plugs.
Lots of moving parts.
It's weird to not be in charge of any of those cables and to not have to panic when those comments come
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on this side
Yeah.
of the camera now.
I spent a lot of time panicking when someone says, I can't hear. I feel like you guys just say that sometimes just to mess with us. Because it really does cause panic.
Well, usually I see it in the comments.
Yeah.
I know I can't hear normally,
Yeah.
so like my ear doesn't pick up on a lot of things like
Yeah.
that. So,
Well, that was mainly because you had way too many fastballs to the head
yeah, that
when
could
you were
be
in
it.
midfield.
Yeah,
What happened?
I needed to get on base.
But all
just
the
lean
hair
into
got
it.
knocked off.
Just lean into it. I outgrew my hair.
Yeah.
So my hair was 5'7", and when I made it to 5'8", it just fell out.
That happened.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Do we have a question of the day?
question. Oh, Rebecca's being mean.
Oh, no.
One
Rebecca.
buzzing computer.
Don't
Okay.
do
No
that.
sound.
Panic.
Those are mean things to put in comments. Don't do that.
The buzzing computer one's true because of the microphone back here. The no sound, I can see the sound bar go up on VMix, Rebecca.
She's just being mean.
I'm telling you, it's the absolute way that you can get all of us rattled.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone panics when they see that. All right. Question of the day is
Okay.
dumbest thing you've ordered online. Dumbest thing you've ordered online.
So I'm a mom and I make a lot of costumes. So I order dumb stuff all the time. on one Amazon order, I ordered a tennis ball costume for a child and a Viking helmet at the same time because Moana was the big thing. And my son wanted to be one of the Kakamora coconut pirates.
Okay.
And so, like, they don't sell Kakamora costumes. That's not a thing. And so I have to, like, reverse engineer a round costume and, like, a horned helmet. And so that was a wild experience making that costume.
Just trying to put everything together.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of was what you ordered, but it didn't really match up with what you intended it for.
So I had to spray paint a tennis ball costume brown to get the coconut, and then repaint the Viking engineer so that it looked like, you know, wood and more natural horns than like the metal Viking helmet. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. A tiny pizza peel became his little Kakamora sword with rubber shark teeth. It was wild.
You can get creative when it comes
It was
down.
wild. Amazing what you can do with a hot glue gun.
Mom created.
So that's probably mine.
All right. So I ordered it was before Temu. There was something that was terrible. The other one that Wish.
Wish.com.
Okay, I tried to order something from Wish. And I thought I ordered something completely different.
Yeah.
And they ended up sending me like one of those little untightening the jar things. The little blue thing that said
grip helpers.
We still use it today.
It still works.
We still use it today. But it's
have one on my
nothing.
refrigerator.
I don't even remember what I ordered now. But this is
a
what
wrench.
I didn't order that.
Yeah.
And this is what came. And I was just like, okay, I'm never ordering anything from them again. But it still sits in our drawer. It's a blue thing and it works great. You just unscrew the jars with it.
Wish knew what you needed.
Wish knew what I needed.
Not what you wanted, but what you
because I still use that.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what the hell I ordered.
Yeah.
So, but I wish I hadn't ordered from Wish.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's why they're called Wish.
Yeah.
You always wish you haven't ordered. Like, what is the weirdest thing, dare I ask, that you have ordered off the interwebs?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, we're not going to ask a follow-up question on that one, Blake.
Don't do it.
Okay.
All right. After that, now's time for our quick check of the weather.
Possible rain.
Ooh, that quick check of the weather is brought to you by Ben 39, tucked inside the St. George Inn. I want to say St. George Street every time. St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street. Ben 39 is St. Augustine's hidden gem, offering over 95 boutique wines, including 50 rated over 90 points by Robert Parker. Perfect for a quiet date or after-work escape. Enjoy rare wines by the glass or bottle in a charming courtyard setting. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with live music Thursday through Sunday. Come sip, relax, and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Discover your new favorite pour at Ben 39, your taste to discover. And now it's time for the hit the Blakes.
Wait, I got some bad news.
Never mind.
We're almost going to be there, but I have some bad news for you. Irving's coming in the evening show.
Oh.
So you might have to come in on the evening show.
You know, I get booked on the morning show and you change when you have Irving come in.
I got to go to work after drinking with Irving. Irving needs to be on the end of my day.
I would come in for the evening show and there would be dirty wine glasses everywhere for someone to clean, not them.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's coming into the...
Yeah, I knew it was going to be hurtful, but you are welcome to join us.
Ooh.
Blake, what's the date on Irving coming in?
It is May 21st at 5 p.m. on Bollocks this evening.
May 21st.
I'll be out of town.
Oh.
You did that on purpose. All right. Okay. Next time, Irving.
Yeah.
Next.
So, yeah, but it's always so yummy. So I wanted to, get it out front.
I'll let you boys have the first one.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the heads off.
All right.
Now it's time for the Blake's traffic report.
Traffic.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, yes, we indeed have. Surprisingly, not as much traffic as normal. Surprisingly, so the bottom of the camera is I-95 at the State Road 207 exit. Of course, top left one is State Road 16, the great traffic one. Then, but it looks like everything's looking fine up there. And then we have someone modified a Fiat 500 that probably shouldn't have been modified to go
What is happening there?
Is he gonna flip over?
No.
It's smoking.
I think it was just like a standard drag. Oh my!
Oh,
There it
there it
goes.
goes.
There it goes. There goes a little mosquito.
I don't even want to know what that sounds like.
Yeah.
It hurts my ears just thinking about it.
It probably hurts.
Probably.
Well, traffic's moving nicely.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't just flip over that little tiny thing.
I know, it's so light. Don't put big engines in light things. All right, to avoid, traffic's moving right now, but to avoid getting in it, hop on the Old Town Trolley and explore over 500 years of St. Augustine's rich history and charm. Open air views and iconic sites like the Castillo de San Marco, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Grand Hotel. These are all beautiful places to enjoy with your friends and family. This 90-minute tour includes 22 convenient stops, 100 plus points of interest, and all-day hop-on, hop-off access. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum and more. St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest. Sign up today for that hometown pass at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see the nation's oldest city. All right, guys, I have mixed news. St. Johns County approves 300 townhomes near County Road 210. A major housing development is moving forward in St. Johns County despite concerns from neighbors about traffic impacts. On Tuesday morning, the St. Johns County Commission approved rezoning for a proposed 300-unit townhome project near County Road 210 and Sandy Creek neighborhood. The developer, I'm going to say this wrong, Mattamy, I knew I was going to say it wrong. Mattamy Homes plans to build 297 high-end townhomes on 67 acres currently owned by a subsidiary of Gate Petroleum. Nearby residents raised concerns about increased traffic on County Road 210, a stretch already under strain. But county commissioners say the townhome project would be less impactful than the apartment buildings which the developer could build by right under Florida's Live Local Act in 2023 state law that streamlines approval for affordable housing projects. Attorney Ellen Avery Smith, representing the developer, said the townhomes are a better fit for the area than what might come through the Live Local Act's provisions. Commissioner Sarah Arnold argued that the project offers a more manageable path forward. This isn't a vote for development. It's a vote to reduce traffic to the best of our abilities. Mattamy Homes has agreed to pay impact fees and road improvement costs, which commissioners say will help offset traffic concerns. The project passed on a 3-2 vote with Arnold, Christian Whitehurst, and Clay Murphy in favor. Commissioner Chair Krista Josephs and Ann Taylor voted against it, citing continued concerns about growth. While Murphy expressed frustration over the limits the Live Local Act places on local control, he said it's a reality the county must navigate as development continues. Sounds like this is a less worse option.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're kind of handcuffed on these, and they like Clay and Clay will be in next Wednesday for our morning show. But it really handcuffs the commissioners on what they can and can't vote for, so they have to take the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they were trying to go with this. And
haven't we learned from presidential elections that the lesser of two evils isn't necessarily a fun thing?
Well, yeah. Well, you don't know what the real evil would have been.
Yeah.
It's like intentionally walking someone in baseball. Well, you're putting them on base, and if they score, you look dumb.
Yeah.
But you don't know if they were going to hit a home run or not anyway. So this is one of those. It's like, this is intentionally walking.
Yeah.
It's I
300 versus.
I think they were in a jam on this one, and the two that voted against it, I kind of get why they voted against it, because they got in there trying to be against development, but I don't know if we would have had any legal stance on it.
Yeah.
In any other way.
Had it been voted down,
exactly,
then they could have fought it according to the Live Local Act.
Yeah.
I agree we need more affordable housing, and that's definitely it's a tightrope to walk, right? We need We want to slow development. We don't want to overrun our roads, but we do need places for people to live that aren't millionaires.
Yeah.
That aren't going to be frequenting the Mercedes.
We still need our blue collar people.
Yeah, for sure.
We still need our service people. We still need. I mean, everybody's important. That was one of the things we talked about yesterday. What's affordable?
Yeah.
I mean, even with this, it's not going to be
terribly affordable.
Terribly affordable. It's what the lesser of two evils, I guess, is where we're right back to.
Less worse is a thing my dad is frequently saying. It's less worse. So here's less worse for you, I guess. In other news, we'll go to calmer skies. What you need to know about Real ID requirements for air travel. Big changes are coming to airport security across the U.S. Your driver's license might no longer be enough to board a flight. Starting today, travelers flying domestically will be required to show a Real ID compliant form of identification at airport security checkpoints. That's according to the Department of Homeland Security, which says the policy will also apply to entry at some federal facilities and nuclear power plants. Don't go there often, but good to know. Real ID is a security-enhanced state-issued ID, easily identified by a black or gold star in the upper right-hand corner. It's been years in the making, first introduced by Congress in 2005 as part of the post 9/11 security reforms. If you don't have a Real ID by the deadline, you'll need to present an alternative form of federally accepted identification like a passport or enhanced driver's license, or you could be denied entry at a TSA checkpoint. To get a Real ID, you'll need to visit your local DMV with documentation that proves your name, date of birth, social security number, 2 proofs of address, and legal status. Temporary paper cards will not be accepted at airports. Minors under 18 will not need a Real ID for domestic travel if they're flying with an adult who has one, but a passport is still required for all international travel. That hasn't changed.
That has not changed.
Officials are warning of long DMV lines as the deadline approaches, so the TSA urges everyone to plan ahead. Check your ID now and give yourself extra time at the airport. For full requirements and details, visit dhs.gov. And for here in St. Johns County, visit the St. Johns County Tax Collector's website at sjctax.us. Do you have a Real ID already?
I have a Real ID.
Yes, yeah. I do.
Yeah.
It has a gold star on it, so I'm good to go.
I need to check. I haven't gotten another driver's license since mine expired when I had a newborn. And like I was in my final few weeks of pregnancy when the letter came, and so obviously I didn't pay attention, and then I went to go pick up my kid's birth certificate, and they're like,
your ID was out of date.
I can't give you the birth certificate, your driver's license is expired, so now I have to take a newborn to the DMV. So I'm not sure if I have a Real ID or not.
It has a little mark on it.
Yeah. So I, as long as it has like the gold star that we have for Florida, then you are fine. I
don't want to pull it out.
But
now.
some of the older ones. But if you travel with your passport, you're going to be just as good. I mean, some of the older ones, like they're still in date, like they're not expired.
Yeah.
But it's not considered a Real ID. But to travel, just carry your passport with you.
What if my identification identifies as a Real ID?
Maybe it does.
IDs.
It's very sensitive.
All right, so double check your driver's license, everybody. Make sure you've got that star in the upper right-hand corner. And if you don't, head to the DMV. The DMV is such a headache everywhere else, but it's so beautiful here.
They actually do an amazing job over there.
Great job.
So,
yeah.
It was
highly recommend our DMV.
Was Mr. Hollinsworth now? Jennifer Raven has it. I mean, and they really just do a great job.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah. I've do a wonderful job. And the people at the front, I mean, Lon and everybody who greets you, they're really super nice, and they know where to get you, what to give to you to maximize their efficiency.
They really
are
very
efficient.
They are. When my parents moved over here, my mom was dreading it, and I was like, "No, this is not the DMV from where you came from. I promise."
Yeah,
it's actually a pretty pleasant experience.
I would suggest not going the first of the month unless you absolutely have to, because it does get a little crazy there.
Okay. All right. Middle of the month appointments.
Middle of the month, middle of the week.
All right, we've got the Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are around you. We've got the Sunoco at $21.99 North Ponce is at $2.84. Shell on King Street is $2.87. Owens on South Ponce is $2.89. Mobile and Circle K at $2.89. Shell at $23.50 North Ponce is at $2.89. I'm sensing a theme. Gate at Mizell Road is $2.92. Circle K on 207 is $2.94. A1A Discount Beverage is $2.99. Shell at $2.16. Ponce de Leon is at $3.01, a little high. Gate at US 1 North is $3.03. What do you got?
All right. I made a prediction last night that by July our gas will be down to $2.60.
Okay.
Okay.
So by July.
In the month of July, it'll be down to $2.60.
Okay.
Because they've already changed to the summer blend. Everything should be stabilized and
summer blend.
Yeah, it's a real
aromatic.
Thing. It's a real thing. They jump it up like when they take it to the winter blend, and then and when they're just transferring or changing the way that they do it, because gas does react to cold weather.
It does.
So
I was always told to pump your gas when it's cooler.
Yeah.
So pump it earlier in the day when it's cooler outside. It's going to be more liquid, less gassy.
The summer gas doesn't work as well in the winter. The winter gas will work okay, but it's a little more expensive to actually make.
All right.
So the summer gas is cheaper and it'll drop down.
Something new every day.
Yeah. So it's going to drop down. So me and Lenny, I don't know if we actually made a bet last night, but that was my prediction.
It's written on the desk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to not. We need to just get the book of bets.
He wrote 4th of July.
Yes,
okay.
4th of July.
4th of July. Okay.
We need to get a book of bets so that way we don't have just bets all over the desk.
Yeah, that's true.
That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Are you or someone you know in trouble with the law or in need of immediate bail assistance? Look no further than Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Their team of experienced professionals is available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services, ensuring that you and your loved one can get out of jail and back to your life as soon as possible. They understand that this can be a stressful and overwhelming time, which is why they strive to make the bail process as easy and straightforward as possible. Their team will guide you through every step of the process, from filling out the necessary paperwork to securing your release from jail. Always remember the number 904-822-BAIL or 904-822-2245. We've got a live music report today. What do we got? We got Denny Blue at the Boathouse at 11 a.m., Jim Lamb at Milltop Tavern at noon, Smokey Joe Shower at Tradewinds 1 p.m., Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Pierre's Pub 1 p.m., John Q, Milltop Tavern 4:30, Jim Johnson at Catch 27 5 p.m., Wesley Ox Fusion 904 Eatery at 5 p.m., Ivan Smith at Tides 5 p.m., Damon Slaughter at O.C. White's 5 p.m., Dewey Villa at Old Coast Ales 6 o'clock.
Sorry, Dewey.
Dewey
she's
Via?
new. She's new, Dewey.
I
She
know.
didn't know.
Sorry.
No.
Okay. Dune Hoppers at St. Cyprian's Episcopal Church, 6:30. Zaza Flamenca La Cochina at the cellar upstairs, 6:30. Dharma at Casa Divino 57 at 7. And Cortine Fraser at Pierre's Pub, 7 p.m.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
On a Wednesday.
It's a very musical Wednesday we have.
Wednesday, that's a lot.
That music report comes to us from Fidus Roofing. Fidus Roofing is your local go-to for 15 years. And guess what? All their employees live right here in St. Johns County. They're the master elite contractors, which means that they can offer warranties that no one else can touch. They love this community and they love you. So you know you're in good hands. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers
and gutters.
Fidus Roofing. Great guys. All right, we have I believe it's a silver alert. 69-year-old man is missing from St. Johns County. He's been missing for 2 days. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in finding a missing and endangered man. 69-year-old Robert Norwood hasn't been seen in 2 days. Authorities say he left his home on Sunrise Boulevard on Sunday, telling his wife he was going to the store, but he never came back. Robert was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, green pants, and black shoes. He may also be wearing a sweater. Deputies say he was pushing a wheelchair when he left. He is officially listed as missing and endangered. There is growing concern
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Stop.
We have breaking news.
Stop the presses.
So apparently earlier this morning. So I sent the story to you, Amanda, last night. But looks like earlier. Norwood has been found safe.
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
wonderful news.
That's great news. Thank you, Blake.
Yeah, that is wonderful news. So that
fantastic.
Back safe.
Absolutely. St. Johns
See
County
how quickly
office
this
number.
works?
I know. We just fixed it.
Wow.
St. Johns County office number is 904-824-8304. If you see something, say something. So glad that Robert was found and he is now home. I hope that everything is well with him and his family. That's a scary situation. Another scary situation.
And we will have the sheriff in on Friday.
Awesome.
We talked to him.
Haven't seen him in a while. Happy to see him.
It'll be your first time on air with the sheriff, right? Have you been on air
He was on the evening show once.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it'll be my first time in the morning.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see the sheriff right as he's having his coffee.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah,
That's gonna be.
There's a different sheriff.
That's exciting.
Sheriff on coffee is always exciting.
Sheriff on coffee. That's about as hard as he goes, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That is it. That is it.
All right. Our favorite topic, the airport authority.
Oh gosh.
Ah.
What they do now?
They're seeking millions in state funds to boost operations and create jobs. St. Johns County Airport Authority is taking steps to secure nearly $4.9 million in state funding for major upgrades at the St. Augustine Airport, with hopes of boosting operations and bringing up to 1,000 new jobs to the region. A whole bunch of people just heard more traffic. In a special meeting held just before the May 6th deadline, the board authorized interim executive director, that's a title, Courtney Pittman, to finalize a grant agreement with the Florida Job Growth Grant Fund. The upgrades aim to expand aviation business capacity and improve infrastructure, including critical utility and water pressure improvements on the airport south side. Pittman says earlier planning efforts lacked the money for those upgrades and added, with this coming in, it's right on time. The board also voted to extend the project timeline through December 2027 and to lift restrictions that would have blocked use of grant funds for utility work and environmental mitigation. Meanwhile, the airport must disclose an ongoing criminal investigation. Interim General Counsel Cindy Laquidera confirmed the probe is being led by the state's attorney's office, possibly tied to a February letter from the airport's former legal counsel. That letter accused board members of violating Florida's Sunshine Law and ignoring legal advice. The investigation remains active, but no further details have been released.
Oh boy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You excited? $5 million.
They're on interim executive director number like 74.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think they had one that's like got the interim off of them, and then like 2 weeks later, we're back on the interim again. So let's work on just getting an executive director.
Yeah. Could we just like
before we start going spending
normalize-
$5 million?
normalize operations? This is how my college went under. So my college was notorious for, trying to make everything more environmentally friendly. So the green renovations of the library in like 1998 were no longer good in 2000. So they wanted to redo the library again. And it was just one director after another. They've actually written a book about the downfall of my college. Maybe the airport authority should read that book.
The downfall of the college.
Yes. My campus.
So is your degree still good?
My degree's still good because I was part of Long Island University, but my campus of Long Island University was so poorly run that it would make Bernie Sanders' wife blush.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
It was a real exciting place to be. It was a very beautiful college, and I have great memories and great opportunities from there.
Blake, our alumni is still going strong.
Yeah.
So we're still good. We're still
I know.
Indeed.
We're
I
still
can't
good.
even buy like an alumni sweatshirt because it closed down like a year or two after I graduated.
Oh, wow.
Done.
So you can.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
Should I send the book
could
to the
probably
airport
get it.
authority?
You could probably, you should send it to them. So you could probably get like one on eBay or something.
I've looked.
Yeah,
It's
really?
gone, scrubbed from the
Doesn't
internet.
Exist. Oh wow. So
Best I can do is Long Island University, but I can't get anything that says my campus. So yeah,
Dang.
exciting. It's sad news.
no, I mean, but the airport. Come on, guys, you guys got to get it together. I mean, I appreciate not being on the tax roll anymore, which was awesome, which happened like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Don't put it back on the tax roll. They do have the ability to do that if they need it. So if it's grant money coming from someone else that us locals don't have to pay for, I'm in favor of it.
Yeah.
If we have to pay for it,
Well, if it's
I want you to
state,
get it together.
if it's state funds, we still have to pay for it in some way.
Yeah.
It's just spreading it out across the
Right.
whole state.
Yeah, but it's money we were never going to see back unless
Yeah.
we got it this way.
I
So-
guess.
So that, I mean, I'd rather them be wasting money on us
What do you
than
think they're
wasting
gonna?
money on someone else.
What would you do with $5 million to make the airport better?
Well, I don't really know what their infrastructure. It sounds like they're doing it for utilities and some of the other things.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I would stay away from trying to go after these big airlines. I would look at doing something like a Key West to St. Augustine flight, a St. Augustine to Atlanta flight, even if it's on one of the smaller ones like the Delta Eagles
like
or
a
or
Spirit
one of,
airline.
yeah. Those are the ones that kind of fail. I'd rather have a big boy behind it, like like a Delta Eagle or something like that.
A Delta Connection, American Eagles, something
Yeah,
like
American
that.
Eagle. That's the word I was looking
on.
for. So I'd rather have something like that than trying to go for these big airlines that are going to Wilmington, Delaware, or wherever,
Yeah.
wherever they go.
Where no one's going to go.
Yeah, where like 8 people even know where it is and that live in St. Augustine.
That would actually be amazing to have a St. Augustine to Key West flight. Like the Henry Flagler route or something. That would be really cool.
I love Key West, but the worst part is getting there.
Yeah, it's so far away.
It's awful.
You get to what's the
Homestead.
where's the track at? Is it at Homestead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to Homestead, and then everything's like it takes you like 4.5 hours to get there,
Yeah.
5 hours to get there, and then it's still another 4.5 hours depending on the traffic on.
It's a beautiful drive, but if you don't have like a whole day to devote just to the drive, you can't do it.
Yes, yeah. So the farthest I've been down into the Keys is Key Largo, but even just like being on like the bridge to get off like mainland Florida and to get onto the first Key Largo, it's boring as heck. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
like to imagine going from then Largo to then Key West.
Well, Blake, you went to the aquarium in Marathon.
I
So
did.
you got about halfway down. Remember where the seals and when we stayed on the YOLO boat?
That was Marathon. That was
Yeah,
Key Largo.
No, Largo was where we stayed. Where that's where YOLO was.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So I don't think it was quite Marathon, but it was just the island above Marathon.
I think we need to send Blake down to Key West.
He got about halfway through the Keys.
Blake on location in the Keys.
Yeah.
Zooming
Only if there's an airline.
zooming in on the story them.
Nice.
Right, that's the problem with the producer. The producer has to be in there to make
I
it
know.
work. So.
I've
We-
self-produced
we- we
before.
have-
Let's send
we
him to
have a
Key West.
producer.
We have a producer. He's like, I can make that
I
happen.
know. We want to send you to Key West.
Yeah, send me to Blake on location, so
Yeah.
I can report on traffic and from other locations.
Nice.
You only need like
the
6
boat
sponsors to make
traffic
that
in
happen.
Key West. Sorry, how do you want to check the comments?
On this wistful Wednesday, I will willfully wish and wander my way into the wonderful world of the waking watchers.
Ooh, romantic.
Wow.
BNS Signs wants your business to stand out and stay that way. Trust the experts at BNS Signs, family owned and proudly serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From eye-catching vinyl lettering to massive pylon signs, they offer a full range of custom signage solutions. Their experienced team handles everything from design and installation to crane services and repairs, ongoing maintenance, and their fast and responsive service. Your sign goes up quickly, keeps looking like new. Visit bnssigns.com. They are amazing. They do all of our signs.
Yeah.
St. Augustine Handy House, looking for the perfect custom or prefab portable building? Look no further than St. Augustine Handy House. Proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises, conveniently located in St. Augustine, Florida, this family-owned business has been serving the community since 1988. Whether you're looking for a shed, barn, office space, or carport, St. Augustine Handy House has the highest rated handy house structures in the industry, built with a focus on quality and durability. Troy Usina's journey began when he purchased his first handy house structure, and today his company has grown from just 7 buildings to over 70 structures in stock, with fully customizable options to fit your exact needs. And the best part, Troy and his team will deliver, level, and anchor your building free of charge. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. St. Augustine Handy House makes it easy to find exactly what you need. Financing options are available through their in-house finance company, ensuring you get the best structure at an affordable price. Plus, as licensed contractors, they guarantee your building will meet all state and local codes. Call 904-823-9092 today and discover why so many customers choose St. Augustine Handy House for their portable building needs. Troy, comment report.
All right. Wawa was at $2.95. Costco was at $2.79. Thank you, Tim, for that.
Nice.
In South Carolina, the gas is already $2.65.
All right.
All right.
Does that count?
Their taxes aren't the same as ours, but I say it's going to be in 260s by July here.
Right on.
All right. Kelly made a great point. We were out of balance on commercial to residential. That is 100% true. We should be closer to 70-30 split, and we're like 85-15. It might even be worse than that. It might be like 87-13.
Yeah, commercial is
residential
way down.
to commercial. So we need to kind of get that balance back, and that's one of the things. And we really need our commission to kind of push and nudge in our commercial side for many reasons. Tim had another great idea. He said, just take the airport and turn it into a go-kart track.
That's pretty sweet. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Go-kart track. We can turn the terminal into a skating rink.
That's a long runway.
I mean, that'd be fun.
That's a long. You can do drag races on there. So.
There's gas there. There's gas infrastructure. We can do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's plenty.
That would be fun.
So.
Put it in the comments if you'd rather have a go-kart track where the airport is. All right, we got the Stoidum stat.
All right, it is time for Stoidum stat. On this day, 1915, this is the day the Lusitania was sunk by a U-boat, German U-boat. And there was a lot of warnings from Germany into the U.S. saying, hey, don't get on this boat. It's not a boat you want to be on.
Yeah.
And the same page that it was published on, it was Lusitania was basically advertised as almost being unsinkable. Mm-hmm. And even though the captain was told to zigzag to avoid like
running away from an alligator,
the U-boats, he chose not to, and he stayed on his direct line. So he made it very easy for the U-boat to find him. Mm-hmm. A little bit of evasiveness. It could have avoided, over 1,000 people lost their lives. There was 1,900 people on the boat. Almost 1,200 of them lost their lives. I think 129 or something were Americans.
Haven't they come out saying that there was munitions in the hold?
Well, there was definitely communication between, even this is World War I now. Mm-hmm. So there was communications with the assistant deputy of the Navy and somebody who was working with the Navy over in England, Churchill. Mm-hmm. Guess who the assistant deputy of the Navy was here in 1915?
No idea.
FDR.
FDR?
Yeah.
Of course he was.
Yeah. So it's just kind of
I didn't think he had any Navy connection.
He was a Navy guy.
Okay.
He got polio actually even after this 1915. He got polio in the 20s.
I'm thinking of him in his older years, and he's in the wheelchair. Okay.
Yeah, but he got polio like in the 20s. Okay. As an adult.
All right.
He wasn't one of those children with polio. He got it as an adult. And that's kind of where their relationship kind of started around this time.
Yeah. Conspiracy Theory Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, even though it's Wednesday.
Is it? Oh, it is. It's my Tuesday because I wasn't here.
Oh, that's true.
It's my second day. It's my true. Tuesday. I identify as Tuesday. That's Stoidum Stat brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today. Look at all the pizza.
So yummy.
Got delicious pizza. Oh, so yum. So yummy. Plugs, Troy. What do you got?
All right, plugs tonight on Bollocks. we had a fun show. We didn't get to all our topics last night, so they just all roll over again. And tonight's one of the things we're doing on Wednesday is we're doing our picks of the week. If you're a sports gambler, which I know you're huge into sports,
love it. Sports ball's my favorite.
Me, Blake, and Lenny are going to give you our picks. And I can tell you this: if you really want to make money, take my pick, bet opposite. You should win.
Is that why you owe Mike so many lunches?
Yes.
All right. That makes sense.
And actually, the I don't know. Did the Braves play last night?
They did play last night. I'm not sure the exact score again, but let me double check for you right here.
Okay. Yeah, because we have an ongoing Reds and Braves.
Reds lost in extra innings.
So I'm trying to avoid buying
You are
dessert.
repping, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid dessert at this point because if your team gets swept in a series, you have to buy lunch and a dessert. So come on, Reds. Save me at least the dessert.
Mike's off the sugar.
Yeah.
We're not going to have to buy him a dessert.
Yeah, he still will hold it over me.
He'll order it and just give it away to someone.
He'll hand it to the table next to him.
But at least thankfully though, you still have 2 more chances though. That this is a 4-game series.
It's a 4-game series. Okay, all right.
You got chances.
Yeah.
Blake, do you have any plugs?
Just be nice.
Be nice.
There you go.
Same. I ditto that because I've got a very quiet life. We're leading into my summer. I've got very little going on. Don't forget to like and follow us. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube. I Can Speak. Bollocks is on tonight, 5 p.m. Thank you guys for joining us. Bye.
Bye.